Secretary of State Rex Tillerson says the U.S. is still interested in a dialogue with North Korea, but it is up to Kim Jong Un to make that happen. Thousands of protesters yesterday took to the streets of Seoul, the capital of South Korea. They demanded a peaceful solution to the nuclear confrontation with North Korea. Ben Tracy is in Seoul with why demonstrators are also calling on President Trump to tone down his rhetoric. Ben, good morning.
Good morning. So people here in Seoul are used to dealing with the North Korean threat, but they're increasingly worried that this verbal sparring match between President Trump and Kim Jong Un could eventually lead to an actual war, and they would pay the price. But now it looks like both sides are trying to find a way to speak a bit more constructively.
If North Korea ends its seemingly endless barrage of missile tests, Washington says it's willing to negotiate with Pyongyang, especially after Kim Jong Un decided to hold off on launching missiles towards Guam.
We would like to have talks with him when the time is right, when they show that they are serious about an effort to move toward denuclearization. We have not seen that yet.
All sides seem to be acknowledging the obvious. A war on the Korean Peninsula would be catastrophic.
This is the border between South and North Korea, and just over there, North Korea has thousands of pieces of artillery pointed at the South. It's estimated if they were to unleash those, 64,000 people would die in South Korea in just the first day.
The U.S. seems to be backing down from its demand that North Korea abandon its weapons program entirely before talks could begin, saying rather that North Korea needs to freeze its weapons testing for a period of time.
There was some effort, I think, to recognize North Korea's security concerns and sort of meet them halfway.
John Delury is a professor of international studies at Yonsei University in Seoul.
I don't think the relationship that the North Koreans want is screaming back and forth, but they'll take that. I think Kim Jong Un is more ambitious. I think things like a summit with Donald Trump and the selfie that the world is waiting for between these two extraordinary figures is the kind of thing that they'd be interested in.
China and Russia have floated a plan by which North Korea would freeze its missile tests in exchange for the U.S. and South Korea freezing their joint military exercises. Well, the U.S. government says that's a non-starter, and those military exercises will take place as planned next week here in Seoul. Gayle.
Thank you, Ben Tracy, reporting from Seoul.